Good evening, everyone. Hi, Sonia, Leha, good evening. Happy to see you as well. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I hope you people are also doing good. Good evening, everyone over there. And from those who are from other parts of the world, the respected greeting for them as well. Yes, hi, everyone. Yes, good evening. Hi. Welcome to OET Speaking Live, presented by Teachers Academy. And this is Aishwarya here. Hi, Shiji. Good evening. Silu, Mariam. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Yes, Lini, Bibin. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Yes, Josephine. Good evening. Anu Rahul. Swati Krishna. Hi, good evening, Swati. Yes, I am doing well. I would say, yes, I was down with fever. I was not feeling well. And I think you people can sense it from my voice. I'm not that well. I'm still having some, fever related issues. But still, I know you people are eagerly waiting for our live sessions. So I didn't feel like missing this particular session because of my health. So, you people are eagerly waiting for our session. That is the motivation to come back to continue with the sessions every day and every time. So thank you so much, guys, for asking. Hi, Nitya. Hi, good evening. Manju Binoy. Good evening. Binsu Linto. Hi, everyone. I was just taking my couple of initial minutes. നമ്മുടെ യൂഷ്വൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസിനെ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് യെസ് ടിജി ഹായ് ടിജി ഹൗ യു ഡൂയിങ് യെസ് താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച് യെസ് ഐ ആം ഹോപ്പിംഗ് ദാറ്റ് ഐ ക്യാൻ ഗെറ്റ് വെൽ സൂൺ and come back with much more energy so that I can have a very energetic detailed session with you people. Yes, Neetu, Josmeet, Sangeeta, Ansu, good evening to everyone. Yes, so shall we begin? Sachita, Ratish, good evening. Are you guys ready? Shall we begin our today's session? What do you think? So if you people are ready, we can definitely begin our today's session. Sama K, good evening, Sama. All right. Hi, Leji, how are you doing? Hi, Shaila Manjini, Sunilindo. Good evening, hi. Yes. Nowadays, your names are quite familiar for me. Every day, every week, I'm meeting you people through the live session. പലരുടെയും പേര് എനിക്ക് വളരെ familiar ആണ്. And many of you people are my Facebook friends as well. So I am happy to have a conversation through this live as well. So I'm extremely grateful that I am getting a platform where I can have a detailed discussion or a platform to connect with you people, those who are from different parts of the world. Yeah. All right. Hi, only good afternoon. All right, so since you people are ready, let's begin our today's live session, that is OET Speaking Live, presented by Tiju Academy. And I wholeheartedly welcome each and everyone to this live session for OET Speaking. And I welcome you people, those who are watching right now, as well as those who are planning to watch it later on as well. Because if you want to, if you are not getting a clarity, you can watch it repeatedly, because it's available there in the recorded form in all our platforms. Now, all our Facebook and in our Facebook and YouTube platform as well. So, without wasting much time, let's begin our today's session. And I really hope that you people bear with my voice today, because I'm not feeling that good. I was down with fever, so that may affect my voice, but still I'll try to repeat it if it is not clear for you people. Okay, so please let me know if you are feeling any kind of, if you lack any clarity in there between. Okay, let's begin our today's session. That is a setting of a role play card. That is where here the setting says that it's a dermatology clinic. The entire role play, the event is happening in a dermatology clinic. So as I always say, an OET speaking role play card consists of three situations or three information, that is setting, scenario and the task. So according to that, this particular setting says dermatology clinic. And the scenario says you see a 28-year-old patient who has athlete's foot. So the patient is having athlete's foot. And how old is she? 28-year-old. You suggest possible causes and advice on self-care. So what we suggest here is possible causes, and we have to advise them on self-care. So basically we wanted to have a discussion regarding the condition, what causes the condition and how to take care of the situation. We have to educate the patient. Okay, and that is the scenario. And now we are going to see the task. The task says, the very first one, find out the reason for his or her visit. So here we have to identify why the patient is coming here. And second one, reassure athlete's foot. The second one says reassure athlete's foot. We have to give a reassurance. It is just an athlete's foot. It's a common and treatable condition. Contagious ana, fungal infection ana, seen in athletes, prevented by good hygiene and food care. നമുക്ക് ഇത് പ്രിവെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും ത്രൂ പ്രോപ്പർ ഹൈജീൻ ആൻഡ് ഗുഡ് കെയർ വഴി നമുക്കത് ഫുഡ് കെയർ വഴി പ്രിവെൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും എന്നൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ അവരൊക്കെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം, ഒരു റീഅഷുറൻസ് കൊടുക്കാം. ഫംഗി ത്രൈവ് ഇൻ വാം മോയിസ്റ്റ് എൻവയൺമെൻറ്റ്. ഫംഗി എന്താണ്? വാം മോയിസ്റ്റ് എൻവയൺമെൻറ്റിലാണ് ത്രൈവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നുള്ള കാര്യം നമ്മൾ പറയാം. ആൻഡ് ഫൈൻഡ് ഔട്ട് ഹിസ് ഓർ ഹെർ റെലവൻറ്റ് ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ഓഫ് ദ കണ്ടീഷൻ. ഹിസ് ഓർ ഹെർ റെലവൻറ്റ് ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ഓഫ് ദ കണ്ടീഷനും നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, കണ്ടുപിടിക്കണം. ആൻഡ് നെക്സ്റ്റ് ടാസ്ക് ഈസ് മെൻഷൻ സിംറ്റംസ് ഓഫ് അത്ലറ്റ്സ് ഫുഡ്. മൂന്നാമത്തെ ടാസ്ക് എന്താണ്? സിംറ്റംസ് ഓഫ് അത്ലറ്റ്സ് ഫുഡ് നമ്മൾ അവർക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കാം. ആൻഡ് ഫംഗൽ ഇൻഫെക്ഷൻ ഇസ് ഹാർഡ് ടു ഫൈൻഡ് ഔട്ട് ദി ഒറിജിൻ. സിൻസ് ഇറ്റ്സ് എ ഫംഗൽ ഇൻഫെക്ഷൻ, ഇതൊരു ഫംഗൽ ഇൻഫെക്ഷൻ ആയതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഒറിജിൻ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ എന്താണ്, ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണ്. ആൻഡ് നെക്സ്റ്റ് വൺ, ഔട്ട്ലൈൻ സം ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് ഓപ്ഷൻ. നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് ഓപ്ഷൻസ് അവർക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കുക. ആൻഡ് മൂവിങ് ഓൺ ടു ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ടാസ്ക്, ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ടെൽ ഹിം ഓർ ഹർ ടു സ്റ്റോപ്പ് സ്വിമ്മിങ് until റിക്കവർ ആകുന്നത് വരെ അവർ സ്വിമ്മിങ് സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് വെക്കുക. സ്റ്റോപ്പ് ദി സ്വിമ്മിങ് until the recovery. Possibly contracted from pool area because the condition might have contracted from pool area. And discuss the possibility of recurrence. We have to discuss them. There's a chance of reoccurrence for the condition, so we have to discuss that possibility and explain the importance of continuing management. So these are the things that we need to deal in this particular role play. Okay, so the situation is dermatology clinic. You see a 28-year-old patient who has athlete's foot. You suggest possible causes and advice on self-care. First task says find out the reason for his or her visit. Second task says reassure athlete's foot. Okay, so on this note, now I'm going to ask you people, and I'm going to ask your participation regarding the basic necessities of the role play. So my first question to you people is, what type of case it is? ഇത് ഏത് തരത്തിലുള്ള കേസാണ്? What type of case it is? Yes, please let me know. Yes, Sonia has already came up with the answer. Sonia, Jose, all right, Sonia, very good. Okay. So this is a time for you people to comment in our comment session. Unknown case, how may I address you during the role play? How may I address you during the role play? Greeting plus introduction. How may I help you today? Unknown case. Okay, Shiji, but how may I address you during the role play? Where we are using how may I address you during the role play? That is related to non-case, right? Okay, yes, Nidya, Soni, Shailam, Anu. Shailam says it's a non-case. Okay, I am getting mixed reviews. Yes, I got to know that why you people are having confusion. Okay, sell me. Alright, so first thing that I wanted to tell you why I deliberately took this role play, because this is something that OET has asked in their previous examination. OET examination already asked ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു റോൾ പ്ലേയുടെ മോഡലാണ് ഇതെന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. This situation similar to something like this has been asked by the OET in their previous examination. Okay, and Matthew Valiapurumbil. Hi, good evening, Matthew. Yes, so this is an unknown case. All right. Yes, everyone says it's an unknown case, but I am getting an option where people are saying known as well. Okay, so any other? What brings you here? What brings you here today? Okay, so on this context, I wanted to explain certain things to you people. Okay, so this is an unknown case. So basically, this is an unknown case. And my next question is, to whom we are having the conversation? To whom we are having the conversation? Is it with the patient or the bystander? So ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ when we are getting a role play card, these are the main things that we have to identify in the beginning itself. നമ്മൾ preparation ടൈമിൽ തന്നെ identify ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്, whether it is a known case or an unknown case. In this context, it is an unknown case. Okay, and my next question, to whom we are having the conversation, whether it is with the patient or the bystander. Yes, patient directly. Okay, Nidya, Danya, just fine. TG, yes, very good, guys. Okay, I know you people already know the concept, but still, I request you people to make it evident in the make it register in our comment box. നമ്മൾക്ക് അറിയാവുന്ന കാര്യം നമ്മളൊരു രജിസ്റ്റർ ഒന്നും കൂടെ നമ്മളായിട്ട് അത് റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ that will give concept clarity for us. Okay, with the patient, exactly. We are having the conversation directly with the patient. Okay. So we identified it as an unknown case and we are having the conversation with the patient. And now my next question to you is it a information providing or information gathering? What is the nature of the role play? My next question is, what is the nature of the role play? Role playയുടെ nature എന്താണ്? Information gathering or information providing? Yes. Information gathering or information providing? Yes. Providing, both. Okay. Information gathering or information providing? Information providing. Okay, so providing, both. First gathering, mainly. What is the main, basic nature, which is very evident? Yes, both. Okay, and information providing വരുന്നുണ്ട്, bothum replace ആയിട്ട് വരുന്നുണ്ട്, but I would say mainly this is of information providing. This is mainly the nature of this role play is of information providing. See here, find out the reason why the patient is coming, and second one, the relevant details. The other task mentioned the symptom, outline some treatment option. We need to talk about the reoccurrence. We need to talk about the follow-up management. All these things comes under information providing or management. Okay, information providing, that is the main nature of the role play. Okay, see, now the second thing that I wanted to tell you, I hope it is clear so far. ഇതുവരെ എല്ലാവർക്കും clear ആണോ? Is it clear so far? Now I'm going to deal an important thing with this particular role play. This is something, the role plays of these kind are very much available, very much frequently asked in OET. OET examiner വളരെ frequent ആയിട്ട് ചോദിക്കുന്ന ഒരു question types ആണ് ഈ പറയുന്ന role play. A dermatology clinic and a patient is coming and we are finding out the reason and we are providing the information based on the reason. But here, analyze the task. The very first task says, find out the reason for his or her visit. Find out the reason for his or her visit. So what will be their response? They will tell us that they are coming for this reason, right? They are coming for this reason. So we can expect two types of responses for the first question. we can expect two type of responses. Find out the reason for his or her visit. So here the second task says reassure athlete's food, which means when we ask the patient that why they are coming here or what's the purpose of their visit, they are going to tell us, see, I am suffering with athlete's food. That is why the second task was reassure athlete's food. I hope it is clear. So the first task says find out the reason for his or her visit. So the patient will tell us, see, I am here because I'm having athlete's foods and everything. Athlete's food. I'm having athlete's food. So that is why the second task says reassure athlete's food. I hope it is clear. Clear? And the second situation. So ഈ സെയിം കാര്യം തന്നെ വേറെ രീതിയിലും നമ്മൾക്ക് വരാം. See in our very previous exam, last week exam, I think the situation when we gathered the information from our own students, we came to know that there's a role play card where the situation was a clinic and the patient is having toenail infection. പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് എന്തുണ്ട്? toenail infection ഉണ്ട്. But the patient doesn't know the condition. പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് എന്തറിയില്ല, he or she doesn't know the condition. So the first task was find out the reason for his or her visit. And what will be the response? See nurse, I am having pain in my toenail. It looks white and brittle and there are swelling all over the area and the oozing is coming out. But they don't know they are having toenail infection. So there we have to confirm the condition to the patient. അവിടെ നമ്മൾക്ക് എന്ത് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കണം? പേഷ്യൻറ്റിന് കണ്ടീഷൻ എന്താണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കണം. But here, in this task, find out the reason for his or her visit and the patient will be telling us, see, I am here because of my condition called athlete's foot. That's why the second task is reassure athlete's foot. Am I clear to you people? Am I clear so far? I hope you understood the nature of the role play. Here, the second task is reassure athlete's foot, which means the patient already know that they are having the athlete foot. But in the same situation, dermatology clinic, the same thing happened in another way, where the patient is not aware of the condition. So when we ask them, find out the reason for his or her visit, they are simply telling they are going to simply tell the symptoms. And by analyzing that symptom, we have to inform them they are having the condition. So this is how two ways where a unknown case can occur in a dermat or in a clinic. Clear ആണോ? So ഒരു ടാസ്ക് തന്നെ രണ്ട് രീതിയിൽ വരാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്. So how we are confirming them by looking at the task. അത് നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ മനസ്സിലാകും അവർക്ക് ഓൾറെഡി അറിയാമോ ഇല്ലയോ എന്ന് by looking at the task. Okay? But we can apply the same method and same conversation method. Okay, so Manuel Roshan says you attended 19 August OET exam in Manchester, UK, and for speaking I got, you said toenail. Oh, you got toenail infection, Manuel. Very good. So I hope what I have said in this class is quite similar to your situation. There the patient doesn't know they are having toenail infection. Am I right, Manuel? So guys, we do have one participant over here, one of our student. He already attended a previous exam in UK and he told me right now that he got this toenail infection. So Manuel, if it is possible, please let us know through the comment box more information so that I can share with the other viewers. Okay? Yes, exactly. So as I mentioned, he got that examination, that is toenail infection. But in that context, the patient doesn't know they are having toenail infection. So when they are asking them, find out the reason why you are having, may I help you, how can I help you? They will be simply telling the symptoms. And by analyzing the symptom, it is our task to convey the news that they are having toenail infection. But look at this particular role play card, that is dermatology clinic, where you see a 20-year-old patient and find out the reason for his or her visit. And the second task says reassure athlete's foot, which means when we are asking them, how can I help you? The response might be like this. See, I am having athlete's foot. But I don't know how to manage it. I hope it is clear. So now let's begin our role play. ഈ രണ്ട് സിറ്റുവേഷൻസും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? Is it clear for you people? Both two different situations have been discussed by me right now. So I hope it is clear for everyone. So I'm going to proceed with the toenail infection and gastroscopy. Okay, so Manuel got two role play card. That was in the UK. That is toenail infection. That was his one topic. And gastroscopy was the second setting. Gastroscopy was the second situation that has been asked for him. I hope you people got aware regarding that. I can realize your situation. I can reassure you that athletic foot is a common and treatable condition. Yes. Hi Sujit. Oh, you are right there in Biharin. Okay, you just now joined it. Okay, welcome to the session. Okay, so we were discussing a particular role play card. Once we complete this live, you can just go back and refer our initial part because we discussed some important point there in the beginning. Okay. All right. So let's begin the task developing of this role play card one by one. So the very first task, find out the reason for his or her visit. Okay, so the very first task says, find out the reason for his or her visit. And as we discussed, this is completely an unknown case. That's why we got the task, find out the reason for his or her visit. It is just a dermatology clinic and the patient has approached us. So we just need to find out the reason for his or her visit. So now it's you people's turn to begin to let me know how you're going to start the sentence. How you're going to open this particular role play. So please let me know in the comment. So how you're going to open this conversation. Find out the reason for his or her visit. How you're going to open this conversation. എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും നിങ്ങൾ ഈ ഒരു റോൾ പ്ലേ സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? പ്ലീസ് ലെറ്റ് മീ നോ. ഇഫ് യു ഗെറ്റ് എ ടാസ്ക് ലൈക്ക് ഫൈൻഡ് ഔട്ട് ദ റീസൺ ഫോർ ഹിസ് ഓർ ഹർ വിസിറ്റ്, ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ടാസ്ക് കിട്ടിയാൽ നിങ്ങൾ എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും ആ ഒരു റോൾ പ്ലേ? Ma'am, in speaking, how many cards will get in an exam? In an OET exam, you have to deal with 2 role play card. 2 role play card and a couple of warm-up questions. Altogether, 20 minutes. How may I help you? What brings you here today? Okay, but is this the way that you're going to open a conversation? This is an unknown case, right? So how you're going to open a conversation? What about the opening? Could you please tell me what's the reason behind your visit? That is also fine. But before asking that, what should be the very first thing that we have to do? Rather than simply going and asking a person, how can I help you? Before that, we have to introduce ourselves. That who am I and how can I help them? Greeting plus introduction. Yes, exactly. This is how we can. Yeah. Greeting and introduction. Exactly. Wish cheyum, introduce first, and the patient name. Introduce ourselves first. Exactly. Okay. Find out the reason for his or her visit. So now, hello, good evening. Myself, Rincy. Okay, Rincy, I wanted to make a correction on that note because myself, Rincy, we won't be using it in a formal context. Okay. Better than that, it's better to say my name is Rincy or I am Rincy. ഇത് രണ്ടെണ്ണത്തിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം? ഓപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. Good evening, I am Sajida Ravindran, one of the registered nurses in this clinic. How can I help you today? Very good, Sajida. That's a perfect one. Before proceeding further, may I know your name? Before proceeding further, okay, greeting should be there. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് okay. Yes, may I know the reason behind your visit? Greeting plus introduction. Good morning, my name is Lucy, one of the nurses in this clinic. Could you please tell me your name? All right, Mr. Jones, how may I help you? Let me introduce myself. My name is. Is it correct, Anu? Yes, that is also fine, Anu. അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞതുകൊണ്ട് പ്രശ്നമില്ല. May I know the reason behind your visit? Okay. All right. Good morning, my name is Lucy, one of the nurses in this clinic. Could you please, okay. All right. Good evening. My name is Riswana Rasak. I am one among the registered nurses in this facility. Very good, Riswana. Wishes introduction for the documentation purpose. May I know your name and age? Okay, Simi Peter. Okay, that is a sentence wise. It's good. Good morning. Take your seat and make ourselves, not ourselves, make yourself comfortable. My name is. I am one of the registered nurses working in this clinic. Very good, Lini. Shiji, good evening. My name is Shiji, one of the registered nurses in this clinic. What brings you here? Could you please tell me your name and age for documentation purpose? Okay, so keep on sending the comment so that I can analyze it. If there is any mistake also, എന്തെങ്കിലും grammatical error ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ I will help you with that. I'll make the correction. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഇവിടുന്ന് തന്നെ പഠിച്ചു പോവാം. Good evening. I am Babita, one of the registered nurses in this clinic. May I know your name and what brings you here today? Good morning. I am a nurse who assisting you today. Who assisting you today? I am a nurse who is going to take care of you today. My name is Selmi. I am one among the registered nurses working in this clinic. May I know behind the reason? May I know behind the reason, Allah? May I know the reason behind your visit, Selmi? The reason behind your visit. For the documentation and communication purpose, may I know your name and age? Okay. Yes, so keep on sending, guys. I will read it accordingly. So I have prepared a demo for you people. See here, good evening. This is one thing that sits in a unknown case. We have to start with the greeting, right? നമുക്ക് നേരത്തെ ഇവരെ അറിയില്ല. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം? ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് തന്നെ തുടങ്ങാം. Good evening. My name is Aishwarya. I am one among the registered nurses working here. And how can I help you? അപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ നമുക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പല രീതി വി ക്യാൻ മേക്ക് ദിസ് ഐ ഹാവ് ജസ്റ്റ് പ്രൊവൈഡഡ് എ ഡെമോ ഫോർ യു പീപ്പിൾ. ഇതിന് എന്ത് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ, നിങ്ങൾക്കൊരു എക്സാമ്പിൾ മാത്രമേ തന്നിട്ടുള്ളൂ. നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, ഇതിനെ പല രീതിയിൽ എക്സ്പ്രസ് ചെയ്യാം. വി ക്യാൻ ആഡ് മെനി സെൻറ്റൻസസ് ഇൻ ഓർഡർ ടു മേക്ക് അവർ IPR ഇൻ്റർ പേഴ്സണൽ റിലേഷൻ സ്മൂത്ത് ആയിരിക്കണ്ടേ. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, വി ക്യാൻ ആഡ് ഓൺ സെൻറ്റൻസസ് ആൻഡ് മേക്ക് ഇറ്റ് വെരി കംഫർട്ടബിൾ ഫോർ ദി ലിസണർ. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ്, പ്ലീസ് ബി സീറ്റഡ്. My name is Aishwarya and I'm one among the registered nurses working here in this clinic. So could you please tell me how can I help you today? Or could you please tell me what brings you here today? Or could you please tell me the reason behind your visit today? Good evening. Good evening. I am the nurse who is in charge of this particular department or this dermatology clinic. I'm a nurse working here in this dermatology clinic and you can call me Aishwarya. So good evening. I'm a nurse working here in this dermatology clinic and you can call me Aishwarya. So can you please tell me how can I help you today? So the intonation കിട്ടിയോ? ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? സോ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, അവരോട് ആ ഒരു കാര്യം ചോദിക്കുന്നു. സോ ഇതിനകത്ത് I have read the comment where people are telling that for the documentation and communication purpose. You don't need to use two words, Deepthi. Just simply go with documentation. I hope it is clear. Your class is very good and it's very easy to learn. Thank you so much, Raswana. I hope you learn it. Thank you. And thank you so much that you find it helpful. Yes. All right, guys. I'm so sorry. I was having cough in the middle. Okay. So hi, Manuel. I am Manuel Roshan. I'm a registered nurse working in this clinic. For the documentation purpose, may I know your name and address, please? How can I help you? Registered nurses, could you please tell me? Clear. Documentation purpose, patient name. Communication purpose. Yes, exactly, Ashwini. That's correct. Okay. So, here situational, what I wanted to tell you people is, okay, just give me. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Aishwarya and I am one among the registered nurses working here. How can I help you? So on that note, what I wanted to tell you people, when I went through your comment, നിങ്ങളുടെ comment സെഷനിലൂടെ പോയപ്പോൾ ആദ്യം തന്നെ many of you have started with the question, could you please tell me your name for the documentation purpose? But what I wanted to tell you is, good evening. Till that it's fine. We can introduce ourselves. My name is Aishwarya. one of the nurses working in this clinic. I am here to help you today. Please be seated. Before proceeding further, for the documentation purpose, may I know your name and age? Okay, address by name. Now please let me know how can I help you. See me, Peter, the sentence wise it is fine, but we need to arrange the sentence, change the order for the logic. According to the logic, എന്താണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ I will make it clear. Good evening. My name is Aishwarya. I am one among the registered nurses working here. Till that, it's fine. But since it's an unknown case, we don't know the fact that in a real life situation or a real life situational, we don't know the fact that whether the person that is sitting in front of us is a patient or a bystander. ഒരു അൺനോൺ കേസ് ആവുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഡയറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് വി ഡോണ്ട് നോ ദാറ്റ് വി ഡോണ്ട് നോ ഇൻ പ്രയറായിട്ട് നമ്മൾക്ക് അറിയില്ല വെദർ വി ആർ ഗോണ ഹാവ് എ കോൺവെർസേഷൻ വിത്ത് ദ പേഷ്യൻറ്റ് ഓർ എ ബൈസ്റ്റാൻഡർ. വാട്ട് ഇഫ് ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് എ ബൈസ്റ്റാൻഡർ? അതൊരു ബൈസ്റ്റാൻഡർ ആണ്. അപ്പം നമ്മളത് അറിയാതെ അവരോട് ചോദിക്കുകയാണ്, കുഡ് യു പ്ലീസ് ടെൽ മി യുവർ നെയിം ഫോർ ദ ഡോക്യുമെൻറ്റേഷൻ പർപ്പസ്. ഡസ് ഇറ്റ് മേക്ക് സെൻസ്? അത് സെൻസീവോ? So അതുകൊണ്ട് if it is an unknown case, how we can start a role play? Good evening, my name is Aishwarya. I am one among the registered nurses working here. How can I help you? This should be our very first question. Clear ano? And based on their response from that side, so if it is a patient, how is going to be their response? See nurse, I am suffering with this condition, please help me. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾക്ക് അവരോട് എന്ത് ചോദിക്കാം? For the documentation purpose, could you please tell me? When we ask, how can I help you? Suppose the mother is a patient and the son is sitting in front of us, and the son is telling us, see nurse, my mother is having cancer, please help me to take care of her. Then we can decide whether we need to collect the name of the person for the documentation. On that note, we simply need to know the name of the person for the communication purpose. Clear ആണോ? ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യം ക്ലിയർ ആണോ എല്ലാവർക്കും? Because in the comment section, I have seen many responses where you people started with documentation. ഈ ഒരു കാര്യം ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ്. പേര് നമ്മളെ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ ഹെൽപ്പ് യു എന്നുള്ളത് ഫസ്റ്റ് ചോദിക്കുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ അവരെന്തു പറയുന്നു? അവർ പേഷ്യൻ്റ് ആണോ ബൈസ്റ്റാൻഡർ ആണോ എന്നുള്ളൊരു റെസ്പോൺസ് അവിടെ നിന്ന് കിട്ടും. ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ദാറ്റ് we have to fix whether we need their name for the documentation or communication. Clear? Okay. So ഓരോ റോൾ പ്ലേയും നിങ്ങളിങ്ങനെ തന്നെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക? അനലൈസ് ചെയ്യുക. അപ്പോൾ അവരെന്ത് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടാവും? ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ ഹെൽപ്പ് യു നമ്മളോട് പറയുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ അവരുടെ റെസ്പോൺസ്, വി ആർ ആസ്കിങ് ദം ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ ഹെൽപ്പ് യു. സോ വാട്ട് വിൽ ബി ദെയർ റെസ്പോൺസ്? ആസ് വി ഡിസ്കസ്ഡ് ഏർലിയർ, സെക്കൻഡ് ടാസ്ക് എന്തായിരുന്നു? റീഅഷ്യൂർ അത്ലറ്റ്സ് വുഡ്, which means when we ask them how can I help you, they will be telling, see nurse, I am having athlete's foot and I'm having a very severe situation, I don't know how to tackle the situation, please help me ennu parnju they are going to tell their concern. Clear ആണോ? അപ്പോൾ അവരെന്ത് പറയുണ്ടാവും? അവരുടെ കൺസേൺ നമ്മളോട് പറയുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? when we listen to their concern, നമ്മൾ എന്താണ്, when we were listening to their concern, നമുക്ക് അവർക്ക് എന്ത് കൊടുക്കാം? ഒരു റീഅഷ്വറൻസ് കൊടുക്കാം. ഓൾ റൈറ്റ്, ഐ ടോട്ടലി അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ് യുവർ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ, ബട്ട് ഫോർ ദ ഡോക്യുമെൻറ്റേഷൻ പർപ്പസ് കുഡ് യു പ്ലീസ് ടെൽ മീ യുവർ നെയിം? I hope it is clear. All right. നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? ഹൗ ക്യാൻ ഐ ഹെൽപ്പ് യു? സോ ദേ ടോൾ ദ കണ്ടീഷൻ. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? ഓൾ റൈറ്റ്, ഐ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ് യു, സോ സോറി ടു ഹിയർ ദാറ്റ്. But before proceeding further, could you please tell me your name for the documentation purpose? Then only we can fix the fact that whether we are having a conversation with the patient or not. Clear? Yeah. Moving on to the next task. So till then where we have discussed, I understood, so sorry to hear that, but for the documentation purpose, could you please tell me your name and age? So they will be telling your name and age. So when we asked them, how can I help you, they told us, see, I am having all these condition and everything, so I don't know how to manage the situation, please help me. So our response will be, all right, I understood your situation, oh so sorry to hear that, but before proceeding further for the documentation purpose, could you please tell me your name and age. So what will be they telling, they will be telling the name. Try not to be worried about your situation. You are safe. You are safe in our hand. You are safe in our hand. Yes, you are safe in our hand. If I don't mind, can I check here? Yes, that is also possible. പിന്നെ ഓൾറെഡി അത്ലറ്റ്സ് ഫുഡ് ആണെന്ന് അറിയാവുന്നത് കൊണ്ട് പിന്നെ അവിടെ ഒരു അസസ്മെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ കാര്യം വരുന്നില്ല. You are at the right place. I'm glad to help you. Okay. But no, yes, very good, Ashwani. That is also perfect. Leji adum correct aanu. But we don't need to go for an assessment here because we already know the fact that they are having athlete's foot. But nammal evidam vare aayi, how can I help you? And they told that they are having the condition. They told that they are having the conditional athlete's food and how you don't know how to manage. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ അവരോട് എന്ത് പറയുന്നു, all right, I totally understood your situation, so sorry to hear that, but before proceeding you are at the right place, we will definitely take care of you, but before proceeding further, could you please tell me your name and age for the documentation purpose. Could you please tell me your name and age for the documentation purpose. അപ്പോൾ അവരെന്ത് പറയും, my name is, for example, I'm taking a name as John. So my name is John and I'm 28 years old. My name is John and I'm 28 years old. So how now from there we can start our second task. അവിടെ നിന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്, നമ്മുടെ സെക്കൻഡ് ടാസ്ക് തുടങ്ങേണ്ടത്. ഓൾ റൈറ്റ് ജോൺ. ഇപ്പം നമുക്ക് അവരുടെ പേരറിയാം. ഇനി നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ പോവാണ്, വാട്ട് വി ആർ ഗോണ ഡു, വി നോ ദ നെയിം ഓഫ് ദ പേഷ്യൻറ്റ് നൗ. ഓൾ റൈറ്റ് ജോൺ. Now we have to reassure athletes food. We have to provide them reassurance. What all things has to be added? It's a common and treatable condition. It is because of contagious fungal infection seen mostly in athletes. We can prevent it by good hygiene and food care. These things has to be there in our reassurance. And additional information, fungi thrive means spread, get established. Fungi thrive in or live in warm and moist environments. For example, like pool, showers, locker room and other sport facilities. So find out. So we have to add these information in our reassurance. And we have to end the reassurance with a question. Could you please tell me more relevant details of the condition? Could you please tell me more relevant details of the condition so that I can prevent a proper care to you, so that I can provide a proper care to you. This is how we can develop this task. Okay, now I want you people to comment how you are gonna develop this task. ഈ ഒരു reassurance, അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എവിടം വരെ ആയി, we reached till the name. Could you please tell me your name and age for the documentation? So the patient has responded, my name is John and I'm 28 years old. Now you have to tell me in comment box how to make this task. Second task എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുമെന്ന് പറയാമോ? Yes, Ashwini, it is a yes. അപ്പോൾ അവിടെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം? We can start the conversation by mentioning the name. Now we know the name of the patient, right? We know the name of the patient. So Ashwini, okay. So all right, John. It is a very common condition seen in people. It's a fungal infection and usually begins in toes. Okay, perfect John, it is a common condition. Perfect John എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിനേക്കാളും all right John will be fine. Perfect John എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ this is not a perfect condition for John, right Bobby? I hope you understood. All right John, I know it is an everywhelming situation, not everywhelming, overwhelming alla Shailam. Can be a typing error, but still I want you people to get introduced with a word that is കുറച്ച് പേർക്കെങ്കിലും അറിയായിരിക്കും, but for those who don't know, overwhelming. Okay, I know it's an overwhelming situation. Overwhelming means something that that goes beyond our words, beyond, that is filled with emotion. Overwhelming situation. That can be a positive as well as negative. If we are in so much of happiness mode and everything, we will be in an overwhelming situation of joy. But here the patient is diagnosed with a condition. So that will be an overwhelming situation of sorrow. Or pain in the overwhelmed. Okay. And Ashwini, it is a very common condition seen in people. Okay. Seen in people in the പറയുന്നതിനേക്കാൾ why it is called as athlete's foot? Because it is seen mostly in athletes. So it is seen in athletes എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ clear ആയിരിക്കും. Okay. Clear ആണോ ഈ ഒരു task? Is it clear for you people? Mr. John, I understand your situation, but don't worry. Okay, Sonia, till that it's correct. Now we have to give the reassurance using the information provided in the task. It's a common and treatable condition caused due to contagious fungal infection. And it is seen mostly in athletes. Varsha Ram, could you please tell me, are you aware about the condition? So they already know that they know that it's an athlete's foot. So we don't need to ask further about that. We just need to reassure the athlete's foot. So could you please tell me, are you aware? We can provide the reassurance by telling that, see, I totally understood your situation, but you don't need to worry. It is just a common and treatable condition. And it is caused by a contagious fungal infection, which is seen mostly in athletes, and you can easily prevent it. And it is a preventable situation with good hygiene and food care. All right. Okay, so dear Bindu ma'am was here, but we were too much into the explanation that we didn't see her message. So hi Bindu ma'am, and she's greeting all you people. So thank you so much for always being here. She just left now. She was there with me a few minutes back, and she's the one who brought me the hot coffee so that my throat should sound perfect during the live session. All right. Mostly we can see, all right, John, I can totally understand your concern. Don't worry. You are in the right place and safest hand. We are here to help you, okay? Mr. John, I understood your condition. Try not to worry. It is mostly affected people, and it's easily treated. It's mostly affected people. It's not affecting everyone. It is mostly seen in athletes. Okay. So now I have provided an explanation for that particular task. Mr. John, I can assure you that it's a common and treatable condition. It is caused due to contagious fungal infection. Usually it's seen in athletes. It can be prevented by good hygiene and food care. Yes, Deepti, that's a perfect reassurance. Reagan Anthony, thank you so much, Reagan. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to get well soon so that I can give a perfect live with a proper sound and voice as well. Try not to be worried. I will explain everything in detail. Athlete's foot is a very common and treatable condition. It's usually caused by contagious fungal infection, which is seen in athletes. Okay, so here is an example for that particular task. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. So could you please tell me alternatives for this? I am so sorry. I'm sorry. But I can assure you that this condition is quite common and it is treatable. It is caused by, could you please tell me your name and age? My name is John. So our next dialogue should start like this. All right, John, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's very unfortunate. But I can assure you that this condition is quite common and it is treatable. It is caused by, how it is caused? It is caused by contagious fungal infection on feet. And it is mostly seen in athletes. Contagious fungal infection, that's the cause. And it is seen on feet. And it's mostly seen in athletes, not in general public, mostly seen in athletes. That's why it is called athlete's foot. We have to make sure that we have to fix the point. Our point we clear out fixed. Okay? And I added the second task. This fungi thrive means spread in or live in warm, moist environment such as pool, locker room and other sport facilities where we walk bare feet. Where we walk bare feet means without chappals. Chappal illada nammal nadakkunna sandal, without sandals. So these are the area where this particular fungal infection thrive or fungi thrive or live. So, it can be easily preventable with good hygiene and food care. It can be easily preventable with good hygiene and food care. This was our task. And the last question of this particular task is find out relevant details of the condition. You have to add that particular point to the next explanation. Before that, let me know some relevant details of your condition. Before that, let me know some relevant details of your condition. All right, John, try not to be worried about that. We are all here to help you. I can assure you that the athlete's foot which you are going through is a common and treatable condition mostly seen in athletes. It is caused by contagious fungal infection on feet which can be easily preventable with a good hygiene and food care. Very good, see me. Add this point as well. Thrive in. അതും ആ ടാസ്കിൽ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ. Well, Mr. John, I can understand your situation, but don't worry, it's a common and treatable condition. Good hygiene. Okay, so we have to add this point also. അതും കൂടെ വരുമ്പോഴാണ് അതൊരു പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ടാസ്ക് കംപ്ലീഷൻ ആവുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ലാസ്റ്റ് പോയിന്റിനെ കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ഇവിടെ ഇട്ടത്. ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഈസിലി പ്രിവെൻറ്റഡ്. ആഫ്റ്റർ ഓൾ ദി എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ വി ആർ അഗെയിൻ ഗിവിംഗ് എ റീഅഷുറൻസ്. ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഈസിലി പ്രിവെൻറ്റബിൾ വിത്ത് ഗുഡ് ഹൈജീൻ ആൻഡ് ഫുഡ് കെയർ. All right, John, I can understand what kind of pain you're going through. This condition is called athlete's foot. It's treatable. You are in the right hand. It's caused by fungi. Yes, manual erosion. Okay, that is also good. But ഈ ഒരു പോയിന്റും കൂടെ എവിടെ ത്രൈവിൻ ചെയ്യുന്നു, that is mentioned in the task, right? അതും കൂടെ നമ്മൾ പറയുക. എന്ത് പറയുക? Before that, let me know some details of your condition. When we ask the question, what will be the response of the nurse, patient? Patientൻ്റെ response അവിടെ നിന്ന് എന്തായിരിക്കും? So they will be responding their symptoms. They will be responding their symptoms. So this is task number 3. അപ്പോൾ അവരെന്തു പറയായിരിക്കും? നമ്മൾ അവരുടെ കൂടുതൽ സിംറ്റംസ് ചോദിച്ചു. സോ അവരെന്തു പറയായിരിക്കും? സി എം ഹാവിങ് പെയിൻ, ഐ എം ഹാവിങ് ഇച്ചിങ്, ഇതൊക്കെ അവരുണ്ടെന്ന് പറയായിരിക്കും. സോ അവർ തേർഡ് ടാസ്ക് ഇസ് മെൻഷൻ സിംറ്റംസ് ഓഫ് അത്ലറ്റ്സ് ഫുഡ്. അത്ലറ്റ്സ് ഫുഡിൻ്റെ സിംറ്റംസ് മെൻഷൻ ചെയ്യുക. വാട്ട് ഓൾ ആർ ദേ? ബ്ലിസ്റ്റർ, cracking, peeling and dryness of skin, affect toenail, make them thick, crumbly, discolored. Fungal infection is hard to find out the origin. So here the third task is we need to give the explanation regarding the symptoms. So our last task was let me know some relevant details of your condition. അതായിരുന്നു നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞ ആദ്യത്തെ കാര്യം. സോ അവരെന്ത് പറയും? സി ഐ എം ഹാവിങ് സം ഇച്ചിങ് ആൻഡ് പെയിൻ ഓവർ ദ ഏരിയ എന്നൊക്കെ അവർ പറയും. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മളുടെ റെസ്പോൺസ് എങ്ങനെ വരണം? വി ഹാവ് ടു ഗീവ് എൻ എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ ഓഫ് ദി സിംറ്റംസ്. അതെങ്ങനെ വരും? യെസ്. സോ ഇവിടെ എന്ത് നമ്മൾ ആഡ് ചെയ്യണം? ഒരു റീഅഷുറൻസ് ആഡ് ചെയ്യണം. അവരുടെ ഒരു റെസ്പോൺസ് പറയുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? ഓൾ റൈറ്റ്, സോ ഓക്കെ, ഐ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ് ദാറ്റ് യു ആർ ഗോയിങ് ത്രൂ എ സിവിയർ പെയിൻ. I understood, John, that you're going through a severe pain. And you have mentioned that you're having itching and pain or everything. But its symptoms include, for your information, for your information, its symptoms include crackling, peeling, and dryness of the skin. And can affect the toenails and make them thick, crumbly, and discolored. So we mentioned the symptoms in single line. And എന്തു പറയുക? And it's difficult to find its origin as it is a fungal infection. Since it's a fungal infection, it's very difficult for us to find where it's originated from. So we educated them regarding the common symptoms of the condition. Clear? ഇതുവരെ ഓക്കെ ആണോ? Clear? Is that okay? So ഇവിടെ വരെ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്? അവർക്ക് കണ്ടീഷൻസ് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുത്തേ. So are you able to follow so far? All right? Yes. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, so ഇനി അപ്പോൾ എന്ത് പറയായിരിക്കും? There are two situations that may occur. അവരെന്ത് പറയായിരിക്കും? Thank you so much for explaining the symptoms. But could you please tell me more about the treatment options? Could you please tell me more about the treatment options? എന്ന് അവർ ചോദിക്കാം. In case what the patient is not asking us, they are simply telling that yes, I understood the symptoms are. So appo nammalku endu cheyam? If they are not asking us a question, if they are asking a question that where they are having could you please tell me about the treatment, we can mention about the treatment. But suppose they are not asking about the symptoms, they are simply telling okay, I understood about the symptoms. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? All right, John. So, but you don't need to worry. As we mentioned, you are in our safe hand. As we mentioned, you are in our safe hand. You are at the right place. So, it's just a curable situation. It's a preventable situation. So, what we can use is, now we need to give an explanation regarding the treatment option. Treatment option കുറിച്ച് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, ഒരു എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ കൊടുക്കുക. എന്തൊക്കെ എങ്ങനെ പറയായിരിക്കും? അവർ പറയുന്നു, they are feeling bad because they are having severe symptoms. So നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? Don't feel hopeless. This is something that I wanted to introduce you people. Don't feel hopeless. നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? If they are telling a condition and they are telling that they are suffering with the situation, നമുക്ക് അവരെ എങ്ങനെ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം, എങ്ങനെ റീഅഷ്യൂർ ചെയ്യാം? പ്ലീസ് ഡോണ്ട് ഫീൽ ഹോപ്പ്ലെസ് ജോൺ, പ്ലീസ് ഡോണ്ട് ഫീൽ ഹോപ്പ്ലെസ്. സോ ഹോപ്പ്ലെസ് ഈ ഒരു ടേം എവിടെ നമുക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാം? ഫോർ ദ കണ്ടീഷൻ ദോസ് ഹു ആർ ഹാവിങ് ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് ഉള്ള കണ്ടീഷന് നമുക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കാവുന്ന ഒരു റീഅഷ്യൂറൻസ് ആണ് എന്തെന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, ഡോണ്ട് ഫീൽ ഹോപ്പ്ലെസ്, ബിക്കോസ് വി ആർ ഹാവിങ് ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ്. But if the condition is not having treatment, please don't use this. I hope it is clear. അവരെന്ത് പറയാ? Don't feel hopeless. This treatment include applying antifungal cream, powder or spray at the affected area for some week. Can heal the condition. In addition, you can take oral medication and proper hygiene. So in addition, you need to take antifungal medications for a few days. At the same time, it is equally important to keep your feet clean and dry and wear breathable socks and shoes. That is something that I added on. Okay? Breathable shoes and socks. Desperate. Don't feel desperate. Okay, അങ്ങനെ പറയാം. But don't feel hopeless would be, കുറച്ചും കൂടെ എംപത്തറ്റിക് ആയിരിക്കും മാനുവൽ. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ പറയാം? ഡോണ്ട് ഫീൽ ഹോപ്പ്ലെസ്. ഇറ്റ്സ് ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് അപ്ലൈങ് ആൻറ്റിഫംഗൽ ക്രീം, പൗഡർ ഓർ സ്പ്രേ അറ്റ് ദ അഫക്റ്റഡ് ഏരിയ ഫോർ സം വീക്ക് ആൻഡ് can heal the condition. In addition, you can do one more thing. You need to take antifungal medication. At the same time, it's equally important for you to keep your feet clean and dry and wear breathable shoes and socks. Please be optimistic, Mr. John. That is perfect, Varsha. As I already told you, at the right place, and we are here to help you throughout. Okay, I would like to explain regarding the treatment which may be providing. May I? Yeah, അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമുക്ക് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. So we outline the treatment option. And the next task is, tell him or her stop swimming. Okay, feeling hopeless means desperate. Okay. സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ഐ അണ്ടർസ്റ്റുഡ് ദാറ്റ്. പക്ഷേ കുറച്ചും കൂടി എംപത്തറ്റിക്കലി കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ബെറ്റർ ഹോപ്പ്ലെസ് ആയിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ ആണോ? ബട്ട് ബിക്കോസ് നമ്മൾ ഡെസ്പറേറ്റ് സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ആണെന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ പല മീനിങ്സ് വരും. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ടാസ്ക് ഇസ് ടെൽ ഹിം ഓർ ഹർ ടു സ്റ്റോപ്പ് സ്വിമ്മിങ് അൺടിൽ റിക്കവറി. സോ നമ്മൾ ട്രീറ്റ്മെൻ്റ് എല്ലാം പറഞ്ഞു കഴിയുമ്പോൾ കീപ് യുവർ ഫീറ്റ് ക്ലീൻ ആൻഡ് ഡ്രൈ എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ വി ക്യാൻ എക്സ്പെക്ട് എ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഫ്രം ദാറ്റ് സൈഡ്. സോ ക്യാൻ ഐ സ്വിം? എനിക്ക് സ്വിമ്മ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ? വിൽ ദാറ്റ് ബി ഓക്കെ എന്നവർ നമ്മളോട് ചോദിക്കും. ദാറ്റ്സ് വൈ വി ഗോട്ട് എ ടാസ്ക്, ടെൽ ഹിം ഹർ ടു സ്റ്റോപ്പ് സ്വിമ്മിങ് അൺടിൽ റിക്കവറി. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ, ആസ് ഐ സെഡ്, കൈൻഡ്ലി റീഫ്രെയിൻ ഫ്രം സ്വിമ്മിങ് അൺടിൽ യു മേക്ക് എ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് റിക്കവറി. റീഫ്രെയിൻ മീൻസ് സ്റ്റേ away. So if they ask the question, it would be better to avoid swimming until you make a complete recovery. അങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ കുറച്ചുകൂടി കറക്റ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും ലിസ. Okay, so as I said, kindly refrain from swimming until you make a complete recovery. So we explained the treatment option. And avrodu endu choyikka, I hope it is clear for you. So they are telling, yes, it is clear. So if they are simply stopping there, if they are going to stop till there, namalku endu chodikka, in addition, I would love to tell you that please refrain from swimming. നമ്മൾ ഓപ്ഷൻസ് എല്ലാം പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ അവർ ഐ യു ഏബിൾ ടു ഫോളോ മീ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുന്നു. ആൻഡ് ജോൺ ഇസ് ടെല്ലിങ്, യെസ് ഐ ക്യാൻ ഫോളോ യു, ബട്ട് ഐ വാണ്ട് ടു ആസ്ക് യു ദാറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ഐ സ്വിം? എനിക്ക് സ്വിം ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ എന്നുള്ള കാര്യം. or is it possible for me to continue swimming എന്ന് ചോദിക്കുവാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഡയറക്റ്റ് എന്ത് പറയാം, ഇൻ അഡീഷൻ ഇല്ലാതെ ആസ് ഐ സെഡ് കൈൻഡ്ലി റീഫ്രെയിൻ ഫ്രം സ്വിമ്മിങ് അൺടിൽ യു മേക്ക് എ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് റിക്കവറി. സോ നമ്മൾ എന്താണ് അവിടെ പേഷ്യൻറ്റിനോട് ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യല്ല എന്ന് പറയാണ്. അങ്ങനെ പറയുമ്പോൾ വി നീഡ് ടു ഗിവ് ആൻ എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ. അവിടെ അതിൻ്റെ കൂടെ വൈ വി ആർ റീഫ്രെയിനിങ് ദ പേഷ്യൻറ്റ് ഫ്രം സ്വിമ്മിങ് വി നീഡ് ടു ഗിവ് എൻ എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ ദെയർ. സോ വാട്ട്സ് ദ എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ? It might be from pool area you might have contracted the condition. Kindly cease your swimming until you make a complete recovery. Kindly cease എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിനേക്കാളും cease എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ complete stop ആണ്. Rather than manual, I would suggest you that kindly take a break from swimming. We are just asking them to take a break, right? അപ്പോൾ സീസ് യുവർ സ്വിമ്മിങ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഒരു കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ഹോൾട്ട് എന്നൊരു മീനിങ് ഉള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് റാദർ ദാൻ എങ്ങനെ പറയാം, കൈൻഡ്ലി ടേക്ക് എ ബ്രേക്ക് ഫ്രം യുവർ സ്വിമ്മിങ് അൺടിൽ യു മേക്ക് എ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് റിക്കവറി. ആൻഡ് ഹായ് ആൻസൺ, യെസ് ഹായ് വെൽക്കം ടു ദ സെഷൻ ആൻഡ് ഐ ഹവ് റെഡ് യുവർ മെസ്സേജ് ആസ് വെൽ. ഓക്കെ, so as I said, kindly refrain from swimming until you make a complete recovery. And why we are telling them? It might be from pool area, might be, which means that's only a possibility. We are not even sure. It might be from pool area. You might have contracted the condition. That is why we are asking you to avoid swimming for a couple of days. അങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് പറയാം, ഒരു പ്രോപ്പർ എക്സ്പ്ലനേഷൻ കൊടുക്കാം. കൈൻഡ്ലി എക്സ്ക്യൂസ് സ്വിമ്മിങ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നതിനേക്കാളും കൈൻഡ്ലി അവോയ്ഡ് സ്വിമ്മിങ്, ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ഓൾസോ ഫൈൻ. ഓക്കെ, കൈൻഡ്ലി അവോയ്ഡ് സ്വിമ്മിങ് പറയാം. Oh, I'm so sorry to tell that at this moment it's better to avoid swimming because it will delay your recovery and it might worsen your condition. I hope you're clear, Miss John. അങ്ങനെ പേരും കൂടെ ആഡ് ഓൺ ചെയ്യാം വർഷ. ഓക്കെ, ഹായ് അഞ്ജു, ഗുഡ് ഈവനിങ് ആൻഡ് വെൽക്കം ടു ദ സെഷൻ ആസ് വെൽ. സോ ആ കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞു. ആൻഡ് ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ടാസ്ക്, ഡിസ്കസ് ദ പോസിബിലിറ്റി ഓഫ് റിക്കറൻസ്. So now we need to discuss the possibility of recurrence. What all things should be there? Incomplete treatment, infection or underlying health condition. So these are the reasons of reoccurrence. As I mentioned you, Ms. John, before it spread from water, mentioned before, it spread from water. So better to refrain until you make complete recovery. Oh, അത് ഇത്തിരി ഒരു കോംപ്ലിക്കേറ്റഡ് ആണ്. ഹായ് ലീജ ആൻഡ് ജിജോ, വെൽക്കം, ആൻഡ് ലിസ. ആസ് ഐ മെൻഷൻ യു മിസ്റ്റർ ജോൺ, ആസ് ഐ മെൻഷൻ ഏർലിയർ, ഇറ്റ്സ് ബെറ്റർ ടു അവോയ്ഡ് സ്വിമ്മിങ് ബിക്കോസ് യു മൈറ്റ് ഹാവ് കോട്ട് ഇറ്റ് ഫ്രം pool. You might have caught the fungal from the pool. അങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾക്ക് പറയാം. Okay, now discuss the possibility of recurrence. Recurrence-ൻ്റെ possibility discuss ചെയ്യുക. So they are asking whether they are having a recurrence or not. ഈ ഒരു കണ്ടീഷൻ തിരിച്ചു വരുമോ എന്ന് പേഷ്യൻ്റ് നമ്മളോട് ചോദിക്കുന്നു. So how we can tell that? Unfortunately, John, there is a chance of recurrence. Maybe because of incomplete treatment or other underlying health condition. So what's the reasons for recurrence? Unfortunately, John, there's a chance of recurrence. A chance of recurrence under. So could you please tell me alternatives for recurrence? Recurrence in alternatives parayavo. Unfortunately, there's a chance of recurrence. Maybe because of incomplete treatment or other underlying health condition. ഈ രണ്ട് കാരണങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ടാകാം chance of recurrence ഉള്ളത്. Recurrence, reoccurrence. Now, the last task. So, explain the importance of continuing management. Explain the importance of continuing management. Then, recommend. That is first one. Second one, recommend some strategies. And third, suggest ideas when in public. How we need to act when we are public. ഈ കാര്യങ്ങൾ മൂന്നും കൂടെ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കാം. Reappearance, yes, very good. Reoccurrence can be prevented by washing the feet daily and drying, especially between the toes. Make it a habit. ഇതാണ് ഫസ്റ്റിനുള്ള ആൻസർ. ഫസ്റ്റ് എന്തായിരുന്നു? എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ദി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് ഓഫ് കണ്ടിന്യൂയിങ് മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റ്. അപ്പോൾ എന്ത് പറയാം? reoccurrence can be prevented by washing the feet daily and drying, especially between the toes. Make it as a happen. Then use well-fit shoes that allow air circulation and change the socks frequently and apply antifungal cream if needed. When you are in the public, now the third one, ഇവിടെ തൊട്ട് സെക്കൻഡിനുള്ളത്. Third one, when you are in public, wear sandals and avoid walking barefoot. Foot chappals illade nadakkunnathu avoid cheyuka. In damp or humid area, please be cautious not to share other towels, shoes or sandals. എന്താണ് other towels, shoes or sandals share ചെയ്യാതിരിക്കാൻ careful ആയിരിക്കുക. These are the 3 sentences that we can give as recommendation. Prevention of athlete's foot, wash and dry feet between toes daily, wear ഓപ്ഷൻസ് എല്ലാം തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, ടാസ്കിൽ തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. സോ വി ജസ്റ്റ് നീഡ് ടു മേക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ആസ് എ സെൻറ്റൻസ് ബൈ ആഡിങ് ദ റീഅഷുറൻസ് ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ. ഓക്കെ, സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് ഹൗ വി ക്യാൻ വൈൻഡ് ദ റോൾ പ്ലേ. കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം പറഞ്ഞു. എന്നിട്ട് എന്ത് പറയാം? ഐ ഹോപ്പ് ഐ ഹാവ് ക്ലിയർഡ് ഓൾ യുവർ ഡൗട്ട്സ്. ഐ ഹോപ്പ് ഐ ഹാവ് അഡ്രസ്ഡ് യുവർ കൺസേൺ, മിസ് ജോൺസൺ. ഡു യു ഹാവ് എനി മോർ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ടു മീ? ഡു യു ഹാവ് എനി മോർ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ടു മീ എന്ന് ചോദിക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ അവരെന്ത് പറയാം? If they are having more questions, answer that as well. If they don't have any question, then avarodu paraya, okay, all right, thank you so much for making a visit here and for patient listening. So as I mentioned, please do follow all the suggestions from our side, and I wish you a speedy recovery. You will be definitely able to get out of the situation. That's how we can wind this role play of diabetic athlete's foot. Clear? I hope it is clear, guys. So this is how we develop this particular role play. And as I mentioned, this is a question that has been asked by OET in one of their previous exam. So the same model kind of questions, collecting the information and educating the patient, is something that we can expect in upcoming exams as well. So the only difference that we have to make note in the beginning, our beginning nammal onnu shraddhikka whether the patient already aware of the situation or they are not. അറിയാമോ അറിയത്തില്ലയോ? That is something that we can find out from the task. Reassure athlete's foot mean the patient already know they are having athlete's foot. That's why they are asking us to provide reassurance. Otherwise, find out the reason kainya, what will be that confirm the condition. So they will be simply telling the symptoms. We need to identify and confirm the condition to the patient. I hope it is clear. All right, so you people can take the screenshot of this particular role play. This is the first page, and you can do we need to summarize the whole discussion at last? Manuel, it's not necessary to summarize the whole discussion at the last, because this seems to be a very lengthy role play, right? Idinte oro taskum endana atyavashyam nalla neelamundu. It has a lot of task already. So by explaining all, when we are going for a normal explanation, അത് almost 5 minutes ആയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഇനി അതെല്ലാം കൂടെ എന്ത് summarize ചെയ്യണമെന്നില്ല. വൺ ലൈനർ പോലെ പറയാം. ഇറ്റ്സ് ബെറ്റർ ടു keep a good hygiene and keep your feet neat and clean, dry and safe എന്നൊരു വൺ ലൈനർ പോലെ പറയാം. ഇതെല്ലാം ഇനി എന്ത് ചെയ്യണമെന്നില്ല, ബിക്കോസ് ഓരോ ടാസ്കും ലെങ്തി ആയതുകൊണ്ട്. ക്ലിയർ ആണോ? So this is the second page. You can take the screenshot of this particular page as well, and practice it by yourself and make yourself fluent in OET speaking and grab your desired scores. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for being with me for continuous 1 hour. I hope this will make some sort of betterment in your performance, and we'll see you on next week at the same time, 6 p.m. with OET speaking. So thank you so much.